Trump is kind of wilding, y'all. Like, he's signing more executive orders, bro. I heard that this dude just got rid of paper straws. When I tell you how much I've been complaining about paper straws in America, and this dude has just outlawed them with executive orders, this is insane. He is going down as one of the greatest presidents ever in history. It ain't just that, you know what I'm saying? Bro, thug life. He doing a lot, but it's like, bro, y'all know how, bro, I've been wanting them to get rid of paper straws. I'm like, yo, why isn't like, I was joking with somebody like a year ago. I'm like, why isn't the president like stopping paper straws? Like, they don't work. They fall apart. Like, why are they not like doing something about this? And somebody was like, why would the president get involved in paper straws? Like, what is you talking about? Well, hey, at my mom magazine, shout out to you, Thug Life. Trump has outlawed paper straws. Thug Life. Tell me in the chat, am I wrong or am I right? Do y'all like paper straws? I do not like paper straws. Paper straws, I feel like, are sent here by the devil himself. It is what it is. It ain't nothing like eating a good meal, right? You're a little parched, right? So you try to drink something and then it tastes like paper. Pause. It's all papery. This is crazy. Falling apart. Trump has just got rid of paper straws, y'all. Round of applause. Thug Life. Let's listen to some of these executive orders.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. We have a lot of big signings, good signings, one in particular, which we'll save for the end. And I'll ask Will to go over these individually, and we can see how we do.
Yes, sir. First, for your review, we have 56 sub-cabinet level appointments. This includes probably most notably 7 ambassador appointments. Those will be the first ambassadors, I believe, that you've transmitted to the Senate.
Okay. And they're very good.
You know, obviously he's went over this with them. You know what I mean? They're just doing this in front of it. They don't have to do this in front of everybody. He's trying to make this government as transparent as he can. Shout out to Tim Lawson. I see you in here. Darius Oley in here. He wants to make it as transparent as he can. Like, you know, it's customary a lot of times for a president to sign some executive orders, but the amount of executive orders he signed in front of people, right, is just insane. So it's not only that, he keeps doing it. He's like, yo, I'm not wasting a minute of my presidency. We turning this country around. Paper straws being outlawed. I am with it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Second, we have acting designations. We're actually designating Doug Collins.
So that was the executive order for the sub-cabinet members, right? Like, for them to, you know what I mean?
To be the acting leader of both the Office of Special Counsel and the Office of Government Ethics.
This executive order making somebody the active leader. You know what I mean? Special counsel.
You know Doug, everybody on that? He was in charge of the fake impeachment hearings, remember? That I won?
Y'all know what's funny? They say nothing's mightier than the pen, right? And this dude's got a marker. So he is like changing the country with a marker. A permanent marker. You know what I mean? Shout out to Trump.
Very conclusively. Fake charges by the radical left Democrats. Okay.
Still calling out the Democrats. I love it. The pettiness of our president is amazing.
Next, sir, the Federal Executive Institute is a program that was set up during the Johnson administration.
Yeah, exactly. Take a pic set. People been saying how the economy has not gone up, but dang, it's been 3 weeks. What do y'all, bro? This is 3 weeks presidency. He's already done 98% of his promises. Like, what do y'all, bro? Joe Biden hasn't done 5 in 4 years. This dude did most of his promises in his first signing of executive orders in like 49 minutes. And he's still going to the Super Bowl, going to North Carolina, going to California, handling that business, talking to different world leaders, doing all of this, but still coming to the table, signing more executive orders. And they want to complain, oh, well, the price of eggs still ain't low enough. I'm going to say this. I'm good with the price of eggs right now, as long as he, like, what he's doing, we want the price of groceries to go down, thug life. But he's got to y'all don't understand, he's got to fix a lot of things. And this is why he's working in record time to get a lot of things done. He's not taking months to do this and months to do that. He's doing it all like in 3 weeks, right? So he's got to figure out to do a forensic audit to see what's going on with the Treasury Department. He's going to do a forensic audit to see what's going on with military spending. He's doing, like, he's sending Elon Musk, DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk, and Vivek to all these different departments to figure out what is going on with the money, right? So he's got to, stop spending. It's one of the big issues and problems, because y'all want Social Security, right? Yeah, the price of eggs is high. You know what I mean? It's gonna come. He gonna figure out a way to get it down. He already addressed that with Brett Baer, right? But he's got to do all of this stuff first. Do you want Social Security when you retire or not? He's trying to save your Social Security. And you know what's funny? It's already been thought that, people always say, oh, well, the Democrats are the party to save the Social Security. The Republicans, they don't really do that. But it shows that the Democrats don't want you to see all the spending that has been going on, all the bloat. You know what I mean? What's going on with the Treasury Department? They don't want the Treasury officers releasing information. They don't want none of that. Elizabeth Warren, she's trying to file to get, them to stop Elon Musk from looking at the Treasury Department and seeing where all these payments are going and seeing how much waste is going out. She is on a mission. And speaking of Elizabeth Warren, she just got this work from a reporter. Let me show y'all something.
Senator Warren, why are you so afraid of transparency? Why are you bothered by the fact that...
Yeah, Senator, why are you so afraid of transparency? This guy, Nick, is on her. He ain't about to let her go.
The shutdown. Senator Warren, why are you so afraid of transparency? Why are you bothered by the fact that Elon...
This little lady right here doesn't want y'all to know what is going on with y'all tax money. I don't know if y'all know, a federal judge, which is a Trump-appointed judge, issued a temporary injunction to stop the dismantling against USAID, right? And we call it USAID because that's what it is, right? But it's USAID. Trump wants to dismantle that. You know what I mean? It's alleged that they're sending celebrities overseas to have meetings with people that are fans of them, and we're paying $2.5 million to Angelina Jolie and George Clooney. You know what I'm saying? Just to go over there for 30 minutes, have a conversation with them, and come back. My tax money is going to celebrities. Come on, bro. She don't want y'all knowing all of this stuff. Also, USAID is alleged to give kickbacks. Right? I said alleged to give kickbacks to news organizations that are the ones trying to save it right now. She don't want y'all knowing all of that. Miss Pocahontas, the one that lied about, her nationality in order to be able to go to college. Don't want y'all to know things that we should know because they're taking our tax money. We don't pay our tax money willingly. We just get taxed. You go get gas, you get taxed. You go to the store, you get taxed. You work a regular job, you get taxed. You know what I'm saying? You make too much, you get taxed. And if you don't know how much you make and you don't file 1 year, then you get penalties, you get taxed. They got all kind of ways to just get your money, right? So we're getting taxed out the wazoo. And she don't want you knowing where your money is going. And a lot of Kamala men, right? A lot of Democratic men you see in the Pierce Morgan debates and stuff like that, they don't want you seeing. These are people that are just becoming Democrats, and maybe they did a few TikToks and the TikToks blew up, right? And they get on the Pierce Morgan show and they're trying to argue in defense of all of this, and they don't even want you knowing where your tax money is going. Elon Musk is finding out that terrorist organizations are getting our money. He's finding out that people that are committing fraud are getting our money. He's finding out they're spending like $30-something thousand for comic books to be made in a different country. He's finding out that they're spending like, you know what I'm saying? Like 750 million to, what is it, Princeton? You know what I mean? To do research in Africa. You know what I mean? To see what's going on with not DEI, but like diversity programs. Why are we paying like Princeton $750 million, like a super rich school? Why are we doing? We can't even get into Princeton. So like Democrats don't want you knowing all of this. You see what I'm saying? Like all the waste, the bloat, all of that. This lady is one of the keys behind like trying to stop y'all from learning what is going on. Senator Elizabeth Warren. Let's listen to him ask her some questions.
Musk is attempting to expose.
Let's do this real quick. Let me make this so y'all can see this, because I want y'all to see how she looking with this, right? Oh, that's me. That's me. Let me resize this. Cause he about to get on Elizabeth Warren. He about to let her have it.
All of this fraudulent spending. What is that about? What is the problem here? What is the problem with transparency? Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Senator Warren, I just want to answer a question. How did you get a 12 million?
Why is our government trying to stop the people that have elected them from knowing what is going on with our money? How did Elizabeth Warren, with her salary, end up being worth almost like $10 million? Like, how much is she worth, bro? Hold on, let me see this. Elizabeth Warren. How much is she worth? How is she worth $8 million? The street. $8 million. How is she worth can somebody tell me how Elizabeth Warren is worth $8 million? Please, can somebody tell me? The lady that complains about overspending and this and that. How is she worth $8 million? Can somebody tell me that? You think she's in the up and up? The lady that lied about her nationality getting to college. You think she's doing all the right things and being on the up and that's how she's worth $8 million?
What is the problem here? What is the problem with transparency? Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Senator Warren, I just want to answer a question. How did you get a $12 million net worth on a
Oh, I'm sorry. She's worth $12 million now. How did you get a $12 million net worth on a $200-some thousand salary?
Question. How did you get a $12 million net worth on a $200,000 salary in Congress?
Thank you.
How did you do that?
Excuse me.
How did you do that? You can keep trying to block my camera. We're on a public sidewalk, so get off of me. So you don't want to answer that question. What is it about Doge?
And they could do all this to us and not even answer questions. To not even answer a question. And people keep electing her. Exactly, Adeline Orr. Hank said she wanted Plan Bingo. I can't say that, but you know what I mean? Like, look at Hank's comment. This lady.
How did you do that? You can keep trying to block my camera. We're on a public sidewalk, so get off of me. So you don't want to answer that question. What is it about Doge that's such a problem to you? You just elbowed me, Senator. I got that on camera.
Excuse us. Thank you.
Transparency is your enemy.
The shutdown.
These are our politicians. They doing it in your. Why do you think they want like the internet to be regulated and controlled? Because back in the 90s, you couldn't really see all of this. Like how corrupt like an Elizabeth Warren appears to be, right? Couldn't really see all of that. Now it's in your face and you're seeing the corruption. You know why I think they're saying that Trump is like super fascist and you know what I mean? They're equating him to, you know, certain things because he's trying to fix the government. and get rid of all of the corruption in the government. He's too far removed from the corruption. It's crazy. Linda said the information is publicly available. Drain the swamp. Nikki Armora said, drain the swamp. Yes. Adeline Orr said, we should all be out there with corruption signs against all of those people. Shout out to Keith Ludium. He said he hit the like button. I appreciate that. Hit the like button if y'all can. I like that people are waking up. I like that people are asking these politicians, even AOC. Dude ran down on I might have to delete that from the live, you know what I'm saying, later, because I think that's a copyrighted content or whatever. So if you watch this on a replay, you know what I'm saying, it was a video I was playing. I might have to delete that. But AOC, they ran down on her. They're just like, yo, AOC, like, what's up with this? Like, why are you like, and she ran away from him. She didn't want to talk. Elizabeth Warren trying her best to protect her crony friends. And y'all also got to understand this, the Epstein list. Oh, who's been trying to protect the Epstein list? A lot of people. They don't want y'all to know who's on them planes. They don't want y'all to know who's on the island. They don't want y'all to know none of that. This is our GOV. Very interesting.
To train senior level government bureaucrats. As you've identified repeatedly in the last few years, the senior levels of...
So Danny London said, why are you ignoring the fact Musk isn't an elected person? He is a billionaire. You really think he gives a crap about you? I think he does. You know why I think he gives a crap about us? Because he saved a portion of freedom of speech on the internet. Now you can go on Twitter and say what you want. You can't say what you want on a lot of these different platforms. You can't. Think you can. Go on TikTok, say the wrong thing. Tell somebody they're being mean on TikTok, and TikTok will remove your video. And then you got to appeal it and do like an argument. I had like 2 viral videos removed. The ones that are like super, super viral, those are still up. And then I had one of them that was removed that they just put back. I had to argue it. I didn't even say nothing. That's TikTok for you. On Twitter, you can kind of say whatever you want to say, unless you get like super crazy. And with freedom of speech, there's limitations, right? You gotta be careful about what you do. You can't just bully and harass people and do like all kind of craziness. You know what I'm saying? There's limitations of what you can do with freedom of speech. But I would say Twitter is one of the biggest forums where you can just have a conversation or say whatever you want on Twitter. I think he saved that. I think he unlocked a lot of Republicans' accounts that were censored. Because I don't know if you remember with the Twitter files, he didn't buy Twitter for an investment in terms of, okay, like this is going to make me a lot of money. He bought it so that he can give Donald Trump a fighting chance in the next election. You think if the liberals were running Twitter like they were, Twitter was all liberal. Let's keep it real. The Twitter files, like the Twitter being demanded to remove posts and all of that, and like censor, like, bro, Twitter had censored a sitting president. Removed suspended an account from a sitting president of the United States because they were that liberal. So I feel like the last 4 years, the Biden administration, the regime, I felt personally that the country was going down fast. I felt like we were being sold out. They were opening up the borders. They were doing the no voter ID states. You know what I mean? The cost of everything was going through the roof. The interest rates were high. Everybody's complaining, talking about they can't buy a house no more. And now people like are trying to figure out ways to justify not even buying a house because it's so expensive. People like, oh, well, I'd rather rent anyway. You like, what? You would rather throw your money away? Yeah, I'd rather do that. I ain't got no problems. But if you could afford a house, would you want to buy a house? Yeah, but you can't afford one now. This is the conversations that people are having. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can't afford houses, but that was all under the Biden administration. Guess what? I bought my house. This is a shed in the back of my house, right? I bought my house. Guess what administration I bought my house in? Not the Biden administration, the Trump administration. I got a 4.125 interest rate on my house. It ain't the best. It ain't the worst. Right? If I tried to buy a house right now, I'm going to pay 7-8% interest, close to 8% interest on a house. Like, I don't care what the teaser rate is. There are teaser rates. And then when you actually try to go in and get the rates are high still. You know what I'm saying? They're higher than they were under Trump. So under Trump, I felt like people had a fighting chance, right? And the economy was doing good. The stock market was doing good. Everything was doing well, right? And then and Biden, I don't care what you say, he inherited Trump's economy within his first 100 days. That's what it was. And Trump inherited Biden's economy within his first 100 days. We're calling it like it is. Trump maintained it. He didn't start going into the deficit until COVID hit. He maintained it. A very good job maintaining it. Fuel prices weren't crazy. They knew if they got out of line, the Saudis, that they start like hacking up, like, you know what I'm saying, fuel prices. What do you think he was going to do? He was going to open up Anwar. Drill, baby, drill. They didn't want that. Everybody played by the rules when a businessman was president. Biden got in the presidency, everybody took advantage. Now you got Putin going ahead and invading Ukraine. Now we fighting a proxy war. We all complaining about spending. Oh, we sending $1 billion over there to Ukraine to fight this war. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody's complaining, right? But guess what Zelensky said? He said it was supposed to be a package of $177 billion, almost $200 billion, right? He said he received $77 billion of it. The rest of the $100 billion he never received. He's like, I only received $77 billion. First of all, you got $77 billion of the taxpayers' money. That's crazy, right? But there's $100 billion missing, and a lot of people don't care about it. But guess who's gonna find out where it is? Guess who gonna find out where the $100 billion went? Guess who trying to stop y'all from finding out where all this money is going? So again, people, when you got a president that is being transparent, a president that is trying to clean up the swamp, like all these presidents have said over the years, and you got one doing it in front of you, I don't want to hear nothing.
Our federal government are not adequately serving as stewards of taxpayer dollars, so we're recommending zeroing out that program effectively.
We're actually getting rid of a few programs that are just a waste, just really a waste.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have an executive order relating to the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. As you've repeatedly identified, the way that this act has been enforced over the years has been devastating to American business opportunities and business competitiveness abroad. We are essentially ordering the Department of Justice to use its prosecutorial discretion in a way to ameliorate the negative effects of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, to allow Americans to do business abroad, and to allow our foreign partners to do business with Americans without fearing unjust prosecution.
Wow. There are a lot of businesses that want to do business in America, bring their products here, right? There's a lot of them. A lot of things that, are, the people that were controlling things before, they're corporate interest. The people that donate to them and all of that, they kind of don't want stuff like this, right? But now this guy's about to make it to where people in America can do business with foreign countries. And the foreign countries can do business with America without fear of prosecution. This is interesting. And then Jared Coop said all of that money is posted publicly. Shout out. You know how publicly people are finding out about all of that money? Elon Musk. That's how people are finding out about it. The White House press secretary telling everybody. That's how we finding out about it. Donald Trump talking about it. That's how Fox News showing you. That's how you finding out about it.
And for those of you that know this, it turned out.
Yeah, Mark Argenti said the government economists in the comments are hilarious. You know what it is, bro? I think when people are born, they think it says Democrat on their birth certificate. I always say this. When I seen it didn't say that, because the hood been tricking me. The hood has been tricking me. Looked at my birth certificate. They ain't say nothing about Democrat on there. I'm like, I could be what I want. I start writing down my values. What do I like? Smaller government. Government always in my way. Smaller government. Let me write that down. Smaller government. What else I like? I like money. Money. What do I want in this country? I want to keep my money. Low taxes. What do I like? Oh, I want to invest in the stock market so I can keep a little bit more of my money. Okay. All right. What else I like? I don't like crime. I don't like crime. All right. I don't like crime. All right. What do I want? I want a merit-based system. Merit-based system. I want everything to operate off merit. All right. Oh, that's Republicans. When y'all doing y'all, when you're trying to be a Democrat, you're like, what do I want? I want everything for free. I don't want to work for nothing. I like Section 8. All right. I don't like the dad in the household. I don't like that. All right. I want my kids to be raised with one parent. All right. Democrat. Okay. I want some food stamps. Democrat. All right. That's how, we all go over our, values a little bit different. You know what I mean? But mine just aligned with the Republican Party, just what it is.
It sounds good on paper, but in practicality, it's a disaster. It means that if an American goes over to a foreign country and starts doing business over there, legally, legitimately, or otherwise, it's almost a guarantee.
Hold on. Which one do I really love? Hold up real quick. Freedom of speech. Democrats try to get rid of TikTok. It ain't them. I want to be able to protect myself. I like having the ability, if somebody runs down on me, I can bust back. All right. It ain't the Democrats. They want me unarmed. So they can take more freedom of speeches away. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? So values for me, conservative.
Guaranteed investigation, indictment, and nobody wants to do business with the Americans because of it. Nobody wants to do business. They say, look, we can deal with China. They can do whatever they want. We can deal with Russia. We can deal with anybody. And we have a normal life. You deal with America, the FBI gets over there. They don't investigate death and murders on the street in New York and Los Angeles. They go over and investigate a business guy trying to do business. So it made it very, very hard from a practical standpoint to make deals. They want to deal with the Americans, but they don't want to be under investigation every time they speak to American, every time an American makes a phone call to somebody in a different country. It's a disaster for this country. And I guess it was a Jimmy Carter concept, and it sounds so good, but it's so bad. It hurts the country, and many, many deals are unable to be made because of it. Nobody wants to do business because they don't want to feel like every time they pick up a phone, they're going to jail. So we'll sign this, and
Ralph Martinez said the people he picking to run this country couldn't manage a 7-Eleven. Like, who are you talking about? You don't think, like, who? Like, who are you saying? I mean, people that are part of, like, what he's doing, like Elon Musk, I mean, an electric car maker. You know, when people were trying to make electric cars and like cars that ran off of hydrogen and all of that, they came up missing. Elon was able to stay alive and create an electric car that is now one of the most popular electric car in the world. Right? So he's done that, and he managed to create charging stations everywhere for him. So now you can just go to different states or whatever, just off electricity. Like, he's managed to do that, right? He's managed to create, satellites to give people like internet, like in rural places that could not receive internet before. He managed to do that. When the COVID hit, he managed to stop production of a lot of different things and managed to make ventilators. He managed to do that, right? There was some kid that was stuck, like, not in a well. It was like, I think it was like a well or something like that. Elon Musk managed to figure out a way to get him out. Managed to do that. He's managing to figure out a way to, go through with the Department of Government Efficiency, to go through our government, and managing to find like millions and billions of dollars of waste. He's managing to do that. You see what I'm saying? He's managing to create Neuralink, all right? Whether or not you agree with Neuralink or not, he's managing to do something with that. Everybody's talking about it now. So, I mean, what can't he manage? He managed to build SpaceX. NASA used SpaceX. NASA can't even do like half the stuff he can do. He can shoot a rocket up and have it come back down and land. NASA can't. That's a straight government agency that can't manage to do that. But Elon Musk managed to do it. Like, so I don't know. What can't he manage? Can somebody tell me what Elon Musk can't manage? Waffle Jackson says, shout out Piperboy Williams. Black conservative perspective played your tax cut short brilliant. Shout out to Black conservative perspective. You know what I mean? Appreciate him. So, I mean, like, he's putting people in place that kind of know what they're doing. You don't think Tulsi Gabbard knows what she's doing? You don't think Pam Bondi knows what she's doing? Have you seen her record? Do you remember Deepwater Horizon? Do you remember that whole situation? The money that she fought for Florida? You don't remember that? It was historic. You don't remember that? You don't think she can manage to run to be the attorney general? Like, what managing part are you talking about? Like, who? You don't think Robert Kennedy, right? You don't think he can manage to be over the FDA? Do you know that he's been the one like revealing everything that's been going on about Fauci? Like his deals and everything, and then paperwork ended up coming out, circulating on Twitter about him. Turns out he managed to be right. All of the dyes and stuff that's in our food that he managed to find that, has been causing us ailments and things like that they outlawed in like other countries, that he's been trying to get the FDA to like outlaw. The people that have been in power manage to benefit the powers that be, or corporations. Kennedy's influence right now, he got the FDA before he even gets in office, right? Before he's even getting confirmation. They ended up outlawing red dye number 3 because of his influence. He's always speaking up for freedom of speech. Like, what is he like managing not to do? Like, I don't know.
It takes courage to sign it, because you only get bad publicity when you sign it. It sounds so nice. The title is so lovely, but it's an absolutely horror show for America. So we're signing it because that's what we have to do to make it good.
This is a big deal, bro. So much business is going to come into America. So many people are going to be able to do business abroad with this reciprocity. This is fire.
America. So we're signing it because that's what we have to do to make it good. Okay, thank you. It's an important one. It's going to mean a lot more business for America.
Hey, John Luoni, go on my Twitter, give me your phone number, I'll call you on the stream, and we can argue this if you want. If you don't say no bad words, we can argue this if you want. I'll be interested to hear your take on it.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Next, this is an executive order relating to the use of paper straws. As you've consistently identified,
He's about to outlaw paper straws. I made a post about this. It's lit.
nobody really likes paper straws.
#1 trending. Can you believe it? A paper straw was #1 trending for 3 days or something.
And I even shout out to Trump. I even posted this, bro. I said, Donald Trump just outlawed paper straws and new executive order. This is the greatest president of all time. Shout out to Trump. Hit the like button if y'all can.
Environmental impact of plastic straws versus paper straws is entirely unclear. This has cost both the government and private.
Wait, Mister, you like paper straws? What's up, Moss? He said, I want to join. Shout out to you, bro. He said the president isn't linked to airports. Somebody said you can't tell Democrats that they have low IQ. I mean, like, I welcome like people to say whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may have the opposing opinion. I think it's fair, right? And that's how you end up helping people see the light, right? Like, because you want to see like what their opinions are, what their real values are, not just what they've been indoctrinated to believe. You want to see what their values are. And I see y'all arguing in the comments. You know what I mean? And y'all kind of like, you know, educate and school each other on different things. Sometimes, like in the comments section, like people end up, you know, seeing eye to eye. Sometimes people just get in here just to argue. You know, they're bored, they're on break, they're at home, they just want to, you know what I mean? Argue. That's fine too, you know, but, you know, eventually common sense is going to hit. Somebody said paper straws do nothing for the environment. I'm so happy about these paper straws, bro. Y'all have no idea.
Industry an absolute ton of money and left consumers all over the country,
bro,
wildly dissatisfied.
I'm getting old, bro. I just dropped my phone, bro.
Satisfied with their straws. So we're asking aspects of the federal government, federal departments and agencies to look at their existing procurement processes, and we're asking your Domestic Policy Council to look holistically at this issue to address it, and it really is something that affects ordinary Americans in their everyday lives.
We're going back to plastic straws. These things don't work. I've had them many times, and on occasion they break.
We are going back to plastic straws. Thug life. He said, Thomas Shenton said, some people really don't have common sense. And that's fine. Some people don't. You know what I mean?
Explode. If something's hot, they don't last very long, like a matter of minutes.
But I may have to stop the stream because y'all not hitting the like button. So it's like trying to slow the video down. I don't be asking y'all to do it just to do it. Like, it's just, they'll try to slow the stream down. You know what I'm saying? So y'all hit the like button if y'all can. Double tap the screen. You know what I mean? That is very helpful. Also, like, share the video if you want. You know what I mean? If you share the video, tag me in it on Twitter and I'll retweet you. Shout out to y'all. I've been doing it.
Sometimes a matter of...
And I got some very cool people that follow me. You know what I'm saying? They might see you. You know what I mean? So go ahead and tweet your boy.
Seconds. It's a ridiculous situation. So we're going back to plastic straws. I think it's okay.
Yo, you know he like excited about this too, bro. I am so sick of paper straws. A president is saving the straws, bro. Crazy.
And I don't think that plastic's going to affect a shark very much as they're munching their way through the ocean. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have a full and unconditional pardon for former Governor Rod Blagojevich of the state.
And people would rather us use paper straws and save the sharks than us to use plastic straws and have them work right. I don't care what y'all say. Give me them. Give me the plastic straws. We good.
Of Illinois.
Good. It's my honor to do it. I've watched him. He was set up by a lot of bad people, some of the same people that I had to deal with. He wasn't quite as successful, but he had somebody that saw what was going on. I didn't know him other than I believe he was on The Apprentice for a little while. He was just a very nice person. He had a fantastic wife. She fought like hell to get him out. He was given a sentence of like 18 years, and it was a sort of a terrible injustice. They just were after him. They go after a lot of people. These are bad people, the other side. So I think he's just a very fine person. And this shouldn't have happened, and it shouldn't have happened to him. And let him have a normal life and let him go out and do what he has to do. So I'm signing this as a full pardon. Rod Blagojevich.
Whoa. He's signing a full pardon. What is going on?
Just a very fine person. And I didn't know him other than I believe he was on The Apprentice for a little while. He was just a very nice person. He had a fantastic wife. She fought like hell to get him out. He was given a sentence of like 18 years. And
18 years for what? Let me rewind this some more.
Honored to do it. I've watched him. He was set up. They're eating as they're munching their way through the ocean. Okay.
We got to find out who
Next,
pardoned.
we have a full and unconditional pardon for former Governor Rod Blagojevich of the state of Illinois.
Good. It's my honor to do it.
Rod Blagojevich of the state of Illinois. He's about to pardon him.
I've watched him. He was set up
Governor.
By a lot of bad people, some of the same people that I had to deal with. He wasn't quite as successful, but he had somebody that saw what was going on. I didn't know him other than I believe he was on The Apprentice for a little while. He was just a very nice person. He had a fantastic wife. She fought like hell to get him out. He was given a sentence of like 18 years. And it was a sort of a terrible injustice. They just were after him. They go after a lot of people. These are bad people, the other side. So I think he's just a very fine person. And this shouldn't have happened, and it shouldn't have happened to him. And let him have a normal life and let him go out and do what he has to do. So I'm signing this as a full pardon. Rod Blagojevich.
Mr. President, are you considering him for ambassador to Serbia?
Okay, and then I think he just came out and spoke. Let's see this. Hold up. Yeah, hey, dude that was talking mess, bro, I just looked. I ain't got no messages on Twitter from you. Like, you want to come up here and you want to talk, you want to argue that Democrat stuff? Come up here. Come on up. I'll let you come up. Praised criticism after President Trump pardoned former Illinois Governor Blagojevich. Right? It says reactions are pouring in after Trump pardoned former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich Monday. He served time in prison on corruption charges that included a scheme to sell a vacant Senate seat. Governor J.B. Spritzker spoke at the unrelated event Tuesday morning, but did not answer any questions on the pardon. Can y'all say his name? Blagojevich, 68, was convicted back in 2011 on a host of corruption charges, most notably for trying to sell former President Barack Obama's seat for political favors. Oh, wow. Even though he has been released and is able to be in freedom, you are not really free with a conviction like this hanging over your head. So to have a pardon, I'm just really happy for him and his family, said Lauren Kazberg, Blagojevic's former attorney. During his first term, President Trump commuted Blagojevic's 14-year sentence after only 8 years behind bars. On Monday evening, Trump signed a full and unconditional pardon, clearing the former governor's record entirely. President Trump saw what happened. I would just think it is when someone goes through something like that we went through, and that's gone through, it creates a certain understanding between people that something isn't right and something's wrong. Blagojevich said during a late night news conference outside of Ravenwood Manor home Monday. Yo, a lot of these like senators, lawyers and stuff, they be having like names you can't even pronounce. Can y'all pronounce that? His name, it says Illinois State Comptroller Susan Mendoza, who co-sponsored the bill to launch the impeachment committee against Blagojevich, said he's unworthy of a pardon. I believe Illinois will always remember Governor Blagojevich for the crimes that he committed against its people and its reputation. And it's forever a black eye. We will have that cannot be erased from the pardon, Mendoza said. So this is the liberals like talking about it. Let me see what maybe some conservatives are saying about it. Because, you know, liberals are going to just make him out to be a monster. Let's see. Do they have NPR is kind of a little midline sometimes. Trump pardons disgraced former Illinois governor. Never mind. Yeah. They going in. So I do remember this though. Like, yeah, he was trying to sell Obama's Senate seat for at least they're saying for favors. President Trump has pardoned former Illinois Governor Rod, who was convicted of corruption-related crimes, including trying to sell a U.S. Senate seat vacated by former President Barack Obama. Rod served as the state's governor from 2003 to 2009. It was a political saga toward the end of his time in office. In 2008, federal prosecutors accused Rod of turning Illinois governor into a money-making operation for himself by trying to, among other things, shake down a children's hospital and shake down a children's hospital and racetrack owner. When prosecutors charged Rod with corruption over the Senate seat, they presented as evidence a profanity-filled telephone conversation he had that was secretly recorded by the FBI. I mean, I've got this thing and it's what freaking golden, and I'm just not giving it up for freaking nothing. Rod said. He argued that he simply engaged in political horse trading and he went on a national publicity tour to proclaim his innocence. Rod was impeached and ousted as governor in January 2009 and then indicted that March. The following year, he appeared and was booted off Donald Trump's reality TV show, Celebrity Apprentice. Rod was convicted in 2011 and later sentenced to 14 years in prison. He served 8 years. His time behind bars cut short after President Trump commuted Rod's sentence during his first term in office. Many leading Illinois governors... Yo, what is the relationship between Trump and Rod, right? Because he was on Celebrity Apprentice. The first term of President Trump's presidency, he ended up commuting his sentence, right? He got it reduced. And then in the second term that he's got, he ends up like vacating everything, right? Well, not vacating, but like clearing his record. So it's like he's doubling down on this Rod dude. So what is the connection between the two of them? I'm wondering. It said Rod was convicted in 2011 and later sentenced to 14 years in prison. He served 8 years. His time behind bars cut short after President Trump commuted Rod's sentence during his first term in office. Many leading Illinois Democrats and Republicans criticized the move. The then chairman of Illinois Republican Party said in a statement that in a state where corrupt machine-style politics is all too common, it is important that those found guilty serve their prison sentence in its entirety. After he was released from prison, Rod and his wife, Patty, held a news conference. He said he was a freed political prisoner, calling the criminal justice system both broken and unfair. We want to express our most profound and everlasting gratitude to President Trump, Rod said. How do you properly thank someone who has given you back the freedom that was stolen from you? The former Democratic governor also declared himself a Trumpocrat. President Trump said he was granting Rod a full pardon. He called Rod's sentence a terrible injustice, and he called the former Illinois governor a nice man. Wow. So this is a Democrat? Wow. That's interesting. I mean, the FBI got the dude on the phone, like, you know what I mean? Saying that he ain't trying to let something go for free, for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that one, dog. Like, I don't know. What you think about that, Emma?
No, but I would. I mean,
Let's see what the New York Post is saying about this. Like, if they criticizing the move. I mean, he ain't do as bad as a Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is like out here wilding. It says Donald and Hunter Biden got a pardon. Donald Trump's pardon, all right, blah, blah, blah. It said President Trump pardoned former Illinois Governor Rod Monday evening and publicly suggested he would nominate the disgraced Democrat to be U.S. ambassador to Serbia. Oh, okay. So he's going to make him the ambassador of Serbia. He's about to put him back in position. It's my honor to do it. I've watched him. He was set up by a lot of bad people, the president told reporters in the Oval Office before signing the full and unconditional pardon. So he's about to make him the ambassador to Serbia. He wasn't quite as successful, but he had somebody that saw he was going through, what was going on. I didn't know him other than I believe he was on The Apprentice. And then, you know, we heard what President Trump said. He said he was a nice guy. He said, asked whether he's considered appointing Rod as America's envoy to Belgrade. Trump said, no, but I would. Rod, 68, was convicted of 18 counts. 18 counts is crazy. 18 counts of corruption in 2011 involving handing out political favors in exchange for financial benefits. Yo. What y'all think about this, bro? Like, yo. I mean, they all do it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you got convicted. They got you on recording, bro. 18 counts of corruption in 2011 involving handing out political favors in exchange for financial benefits, including trying to solicit campaign money in return for an appointment to Barack Obama's Senate seat following his 2011 election to the presidency. I've got this thing and it's freaking golden. Rod was recorded saying of Obama's seat is about to be vacated. I'm just not giving it up for nothing. Bruh. Yo, that's crazy. Rod also was convicted of forcing a children's hospital CEO to pay $25,000 in exchange for approving pending pediatric reimbursement policies. Yeah. Hey, this dude's what? Attempting to score $100,000 in kickbacks to sign a bill that would have helped the horse racing industry and lying to the FBI. The former governor told podcaster Joe Rogan last month that he was set up by the corrupt and dishonest FBI and argued that the Chicago U.S. Attorney Patrick Fitzgerald wanted to boast of busting 2 governors in a row. Yeah, but you giving him you're handing him the case on a platter, bro. Like, you being corrupt. Said they feel like they are a power center in their own right, he told Rogan of federal law enforcement. It said the blunt talking governor who appeared on the Trump-hosted NBC reality show Celebrity Apprentice in 2010 told Rogan that the president also was persecuted, pointing to Trump's conviction in Manhattan last year on 34 felonies of falsifying business records to conceal 2016 hush money payments. What happened to Trump is so important. They did it in those different courts where they got convictions for things that weren't crimes, Rod explained. Trump commuted Rod's sentence during the first term as the 45th president sought re-election, saying the punishment was ridiculous and it didn't fit the ex-governor's crimes. So Trump never said he didn't commit crimes. He just said the punishment was too harsh. So that's what it is. So it's not Trump excusing, saying that he committed no crime. He's like admitting the dude like committed crimes, but the punishment was excessive. So that's where the pardon comes into play, right? So what do y'all think about that? MTG said, better y'all hit the super chat. What y'all think? It's a lot of comments in there. What y'all think? I mean, they giving them that much time for something like that. I get it. You don't want no corruption in government. Shout out to MTG. What did MTG say? He said MAGA country. MTG said you probably wouldn't make it, but still fake it till you made it. Oh, you talking to somebody else? But I don't know, man. That's a hard situation to be. If I'm Trump, bro, I don't know what he know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this could get deep. Pause. You don't know what Rod knows about Trump. You know what I'm saying? And the Trump might have promised him, like, yo, I'm going to get you out. I'm going to pardon you. I'm going to do this. I can't do it in this, election cycle right now. But, like, later, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to commute your sentence. I'm going to show you good faith. I'm going to get you out next time I win. But then if you in jail, you like, oh, like, Trump, you got to win, thug. Like, I want to be in jail. You know what I'm saying, thug? Like, so dude ends up getting out of jail, and Trump goes ahead and pardons him, like, to where he can just, like, get back into the political arena, basically. With an unconditional pardon, he can. So it's like that can't even really be used again. They can bring it up, like, in an election. You know what I'm saying? But it can't really be used against him all like that. Like, he can get, like, whatever. Like, if Trump wants to make him the ambassador of Serbia, like, he can do it now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's an interesting one. You said he promised day one that he would take care of these things day one. And then MTG said Trump hit the ground full sprint. Yes, he did.
He's now cleaner than anybody in this room. He got a pardon. He's cleaner than anybody in the room. Okay.
Oh, wow, bro. He cleaner than me, bro. I got like some speeding tickets, bro. I think they dropped off now, but dude was cleaner than me, and he was trying to sell a Tennessee. Yo. Bruh.
Thank you, sir. Next, in 2018, you imposed ad valorem duties, tariffs on imports of steel at a 25% rate. Since that time, a large number of exclusions and exceptions to that tariff rule have been implemented. Because of the damage to the United States steel industry that those exceptions and exclusions have imposed, we're now, this order would reimpose that 25% ad valorem tariff rate on imports of steel, and it's presented for your signature.
Whoa. Hold up.
Since that time, a large number of exclusions and exceptions to that tariff rule have been implemented. Because of the damage to the United States steel industry that those exceptions and exclusions have imposed, we're now, this order would reimpose that 25% ad valorem tariff rate on imports of steel, and it's presented.
He's trying to save the American steel industry. This is what he's doing. This is what I'm gathering from it. What do y'all think? He's trying to save the steel industry, bro. And by putting tariffs on, like, you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm getting. We figuring this all out together. As he's trying to, like, if you bring in steel in here, like, it's going to be a tariff. So it's going to make companies want to come to America and have, like, a steel mill. So this is very interesting.
And it shouldn't have happened to him, and let him have a normal life. Pardon. Rod Blagojevich.
Mr. President, are you considering him for
Yo,
indictment?
you know they friends if Trump can say his name right. 'Cause Rob, look, what's his name? Bogojevic. Like, I can't even. Thug Life. I can't. I sound like I'm on a reading rainbow trying to say his name. I cannot say his name, bro.
Ambassador to Serbia?
No, but I would. I mean, he's now cleaner than anybody in this room. You got a pardon. He's cleaner than anybody in the room. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Next, in 2018, you imposed ad valorem duties, tariffs on imports of steel at a 20.
See what I'm saying? He said, like, in 2018, you imposed tariffs on imports of steel, right? So we following along with this one. Shout out to Knowledge Junkie. He is a member on the channel. Shout out to y'all. Get your membership. Stop playing with me. Thug Life. He said, yeah, it's protectionism. Okay. So he's bringing it back to 2018. You impose these tariffs on, you know what I mean, imports of steel.
25% rate. Since that time, a large number of exclusions and exceptions to that tariff rule have been implemented.
So he says since that time, exclusions and, like, you know, things have been implemented within that time, right? So I think what he means, like, okay, so the tariffs were implemented by Trump. Maybe the Democrats could have came in and, like, implemented some exclusions, like, to their friends, right? And so now the 25% tariff is not really a thing anymore because there's like now there's so many exclusions to where you don't even have to, like, pay the 25% tariff for certain things. It's what I'm getting from this. Are we all following along with this? Because this is important, right?
Because of the damage to the United States steel industry that those exceptions and exclusions have imposed, we're now, this order would reimpose that 25% ad valorem tariff rate on imports of steel, and it's presented for your signature now.
Okay, so he's trying to save the steel industry because the Democrats, I would say, right, ended up giving exceptions and exclusions. So this is going to reinstate the valorem tariff, the initial, like, 25% tariff. So this is gonna, all the exclusions that these people are able to use, they're not gonna be able to use anymore, is what I'm getting from this. So this is gonna, like, allow, so now the steel industry in America gets a little boost from this guy, right? Because now this is gonna affect the market price of steel. So it may, if he could do the 25% tariff on the steel and reimpose it, then, like, if you're looking at the market, all right, how much, because, you know, a lot of people are building in America. So it's like, yo, how much steel are we going to need? How much does it cost to get it imported versus just getting it from America? And may actually be better off getting in, you know what I mean, in America. That's what it sounds like when he's signing this. This is what it sounds like to me. I don't know. Thug Life. He's saving America. Saving America again. What y'all think? Somebody said, yeah, you can create jobs through nationalism through, like, you talking about somebody else. Somebody said, no, the excursion was that the cost went up to build homes. Building, the cost still went up. Somebody said other countries are going to try. Trump's not going to fold. Then we'll reap the benefits. Somebody said, keep going pro-Trump. See what happens. Hey, we see it. What happened? And what happened is he's, like, trying to fix stuff. So I don't know. Somebody said, what CHIPS Act was a way to increase production inside America. And then David Jill said, better quality steel for sure. I don't know, man. Like, some stuff that be made in America be kind of whack. I'm just saying what it is. We don't be making everything right. You know what I mean? I'm just saying what it was. You know what I'm saying? But some things we do good. Some things we like, I don't know. Mind you, I got 2 Teslas. Shout out to Elon Musk. You know I rock with you. Them things don't come off the factory like regular cars. They be having things wrong with them. It took me like a year to get almost everything fixed on one of my cars. You know what I'm saying? So, brand new car. You know, and that's like fully American made. You know, so it's, you know, I don't know, man. Sometimes, like, them Japanese people know how to, they know how to make stuff. You know what I mean? So, It just depends. And I think he's gonna go after the chip companies too. Like, I think like a lot of our remember there was a chip shortage, so the price of everything that had a chip in it went crazy. Yo, Biden administration was insane, bro. You remember like cars were like crazy expensive? So if it wasn't the interest rates, it was the chip shortage. Y'all remember that? Even if you bought a microwave, it was crazy expensive. A computer, it was crazy expensive under the Biden administration. Y'all remember that? So he's gonna be doing something with the chips and stuff like that because he's trying to get people to create chips in America. You know what I'm saying? I think he was talking about that early on, like, you know what I mean, a couple weeks ago or whatever. Shout out to Trump. But yo, he needs to do something with that because I didn't realize how much America relied on other countries when it came to chips. Shout out to the Liberty Ghost. He said, love the commentary. I appreciate you. So somebody said, I'm gonna read your comment. It said, talking about cars being expensive as if tariffs aren't about to raise the cost, then just buy another car that's coming from somewhere else. All right. If they're putting tariffs on Canada, China, Mexico, buy a Japanese car. If you don't like a Tesla that's American made, buy a Japanese car. Buy something else. Buy something European. It's a market. Right? I don't like General Motors cars no more. Like I had Camaros and stuff like I had 2 Camaros in my life. Right? GM cars be whack. They do. I don't care if you got one. They be whack. They don't be working right, all kind of stuff. So like I just buy a different brand. Problem solved. It's a marketplace. And then when people start doing that, like I ain't gonna buy whatever's coming in from Mexico, Canada, and China. Let me just buy over here. Then they're gonna be like, oh well, America, that was a big market. Let's start building factories in America. Like LG and all of these different like TV manufacturers and Samsung and all. Like, all right, let's build factories in America. That's what we're gonna do. Problem solved. And if he was gonna go through it and completely do the tariffs on Gustavo in Colombia, everybody's complaining, oh, well, the cost of coffee is gonna go up. Buy Folgers. Do you gotta buy Colombian coffee? Buy Folgers. It's a marketplace for a reason. And they either going to have to get in line, adjust their price, or they're going to have to come to America and build their products here. That is what this president is doing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Shout out to the president.
Okay. Do you understand what that means? It's a big deal. It's a big deal. This is the beginning of making...
Do y'all see the approval rating of Donald Trump? Talk about do your research. Do you see the approval rating of Donald Trump? Pretty high. This is a Republican, dog. Like, people like generally don't like Republicans, generally. He won the popular vote.
America rich again.
Don't buy Folgers. Buy something else. I don't know what Folgers is. Buy something else. I don't drink coffee. Who makes Folgers anyway? Let's find this out. Because Colombia, they do kind of be making everything. Let me see this. Who makes Folgers coffee? It says Folger joins the J.M. Smucker Company family of brands. What country, though? It forms part of the food and beverage division of the J.M. Smucker Company. Folger. So who is the J.M. Smucker Company? Let me see. Where they at? See where they at. In Ohio. Headquarters is in Orville, Ohio. Let's see this. Let me show y'all this. So these people own Folgers, J.M. Smucker Company. The J.M. Smucker Company, also known as Smuckers, is an American manufacturer of food and beverage products headquarters in Orrville, Ohio. The company was founded in 1987 as a maker of apple butter. J.M. Smucker currently has 3 major business units: consumers foods, pet foods, and coffee. So Folgers is an American company. Somebody saying that it is. Hold on. Somebody said, yeah, but I thought y'all said that Folgers was Colombia. It says it's an American company. What is y'all talking about? So what y'all talking about? What is you talking about? Let's see where they get these coffee beans at, though. See this. Let's see where do Folgers get their coffee beans? Let's see. Folgers coffee is grown all over the world and then roasted in their New Orleans, Louisiana location. So what y'all talking about? Y'all just want Colombia to own everything. Like, what is y'all talking about? Roasted in New Orleans. Has been proud to call New Orleans home since we opened and roasted since the past. So what is y'all talking about? Where is Colombia coming to play? Oh, y'all saying Mexico? Let's see where Folgers. Let's see where Folgers. You probably didn't know, but every single Folgers coffee. Hold on. Coffee bean, no matter where in the world, is unloaded, cleaned, and sorted right here behind the Winn-Dixie on Tucatalablas. Like, where is that? Hold up. Where does Folgers coffee beans come from? Like, so, I mean, hold on. I don't even drink coffee all like that. I'm checking Mexico, everything. I'm checking. So they're made from Arabica beans that are found in Colombia. Oh, drink tea. We don't need Folgers coffee. We drinking tea in America. I think they come from Colombia, but then they're roasted in New Orleans. And then they're processed. And all right, so Colombia. We drinking tea in America. Hey, y'all, we had to figure out what was going on with this. We had to figure out what is going on with these coffee beans, because y'all be wildin'. Hold on, let me see. Colombia coffee. Yeah, but this is the Colombian. All right, it says, consider this, wake up to your... I don't want to hear that. Folgers Colombian coffee has been carefully crafted. Yeah, but this is the Colombian coffee one. Where's the classic roast come from? Y'all know coffee raises your blood pressure anyway. Don't nobody need that, Colombia. Don't nobody need that. We need green tea. We need green tea up in here. We need green tea up in here.
Mr. Secretary, do you have anything to say? As you know, Howard is Secretary of Commerce, doing a fantastic job.
I'm glad we worked this situation out with Colombia. I'm glad they folded. I ain't gonna lie, I do be drinking a little bit of coffee. I'm not gonna lie. I work nights. 1 o'clock in the morning hit. I'm 40. I get sleepy. I go get some coffee. I ain't gonna even hold you.
And what do you have to say about it?
So when you imposed the tariffs the first time,
Right.
you added 120,000 jobs. And since that time, it's been picked away and nicked away and excluded away, and we've lost 107,000 jobs. And remember, these aren't just general jobs. These are steel workers in America, and now you're going to bring them back. You're going to bring those 120,000 jobs back to America. You are the president who's standing up for the American steel worker, and I am just tremendously impressed and delighted to stand next to you.
Mr. President,
That is pretty like, hey, a lot of presidents say they're going to stand up for the steel workers. I mean, that's kind of like an archaic, you know what I mean, type of job or whatever. But you still need steel to build cars. You still need trucks and 18-wheelers and, you know what I mean, buildings and, you know what I'm saying, like apartment complexes. You still need steel, you know, so, I mean, I think that will strengthen the American steel industry.
So let me just make a statement.
And shout out to Michael Graham with the $5 donation. He said, MAGA, shout out to you, Thug Life, for supporting the stream. Shout out. He must be a Republican. Republicans got that money. They be sending them super chats. Democrats be wanting their comments read for free. Shout out, Michael.
Essentially, this is another way of saying we're doing a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum. So the failed American trade policies have led our once incredible United States steel and aluminum industries, once incredible, that's once incredible, not now, but they're not bad. I saved them because of my first term, totally saved them. If I didn't do what I did, I put massive tariffs.
This dude just, bro, I actually didn't think he was going to do this. Like, what? Hey, y'all, like, pay attention. I didn't think he was going to, like, I was like, how are you going to save the steel mill? And remember they was, like, going crazy for Trump, like, oh, Trump's going to, I'm like, yo, like, you know, I'm a Trump supporter, but I'm like, yo, how are you going to do it? Bro, he just did it. Like that.
It's not the highest level, but pretty massive tariffs.
Hey, Emma, can you get that Jason dude out of here? He's like begging for attention. Get him out of here.
We took in a lot of money and we took in a lot of jobs, but we were being pummeled by both friend and foe alike. Our nation requires steel and aluminum to be made in America, not in foreign lands. We need to create.
And y'all gotta understand, this video right now has 70,000 views, right? I can't give all of y'all like attention for free. If you want to troll with a Cash App,
Friend.
or troll with a super chat. I will read your troll. I will even have you come up here and argue with you. Go on Twitter, DM me your phone number, send a super chat, say I sent the phone number. I will call you and we can argue. But I can't do this for free for you because I'm doing you a favor because I have a lot of views on here. When I got actual supporters and subscribers. What's up, Bees360? Shout out to you. People be talking reckless. Paperboy, I don't like you. Yo, hoodie whack. It came from Timu. I don't like your name. I don't like that you support and try. They be saying everything, but they be super chatting and I will read it. Democrats, the brakes have stopped. In America, this is a merit-based. This ain't no DEI comment section. This ain't no DEI comment section. Wait a minute. Get your money up. Stop whining. Hate with some authority. When you're super chatting, you hate. You're putting some bass in your hate.
in order to protect our country's future, a resurgence of U.S. manufacturing and production, the likes of which has not been seen for many decades. It's time for our great industries.
I'm just saying what it is. Hey, like, if that's what you want to do, I'm not mad at you. But you're not about to get that off for free. Michael Graham with the $5 donation. He is supporting this channel. He gets a special Thug Life. Him and MMA Magazine. MMA gets a Thug Life. Christian Medwood be hating. Thug Life. He gets one too because he's a regular hater. We rock with him. Michael Graham with the $5 donation. He said, bye-bye, Jason got the boot. I'm about to be hating for free? We don't do that.
Come back to America.
Christian Medwood said, I think your live raises your blood pressure.
I want them back to America. This is the first of many, and you know what I mean by that. We're going to be doing others on other subjects, topics.
But he is trying to save the steel industry. I am not mad at that. How can you be?
Protecting our steel and aluminum industries is a must, and today I'm simplifying our tariffs on steel and aluminum so that everyone can understand exactly what it means. It's 25% without exceptions or exemptions, and that's all.
Yo, that is fire. 25% without exceptions or exemptions. I ain't mad at that.
Countries, no matter where it comes from, all countries. If made in the United States, however, United States of America, there is no tariff, zero. So if it's made in the United States, there is no tariff. All you have to do is make it in the United States.
He's saving the steel industry. Thug Life. He doing this in front of your face, dog. Christian Medwick might be right. This live might be raising my blood pressure a little bit. He's saving the steel industry in front of you. Why couldn't Biden do this? Then you got to start looking at, what kind of investments these politicians have in different countries. You got to start questioning things. No nonsense president. The steel industry suffering. We in America, we live in America. No. We making America great. This makes America great. Steel industry, we're strengthening it. 25% tariffs on all you suckers bringing your steel here. America is back. Say it again, the Liberty Ghost. America is back.
States, we don't need it from another country. As an example, Canada. If we make it in the United States, we don't need it to be made in Canada. We'll have the jobs. That's why Canada.
Yo, he is just, he going that Trudeau, bro. He's like, we don't need to be, hey, Trudeau, you never should have did. Bro, remember when he was like saying we're going to put tariffs on, you know what I mean, Canada and all that, and then Trudeau wanted to do a press conference. Well, we're going to put 25% tariffs on Americans, and blah, 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 blah. Like, right? He's like, all right, 25% tariffs. Not only y'all got 25% tariffs, we putting 25% tariffs on the steel. That's 50% tariffs. Are y'all doing the math up in here? They get a 25, I'm going crazy, bees. I'm going crazy. They get a 25% tariff. Not only that, if you bring in steel in here, it's another 25%. It's 50% tariff. You might as well make it in America. Thug Life.
Canada should be our 51st state. We'll bring back industries, and we'll bring back our jobs, and we'll make America industry great again. So essentially, we're putting on a 25% tariff without exception on all aluminum and all steel.
Aluminum too. Copper is hard to get that to pass, right? But aluminum too, fire. Fire.
And it's going to mean a lot of businesses are going to be opening in the United States. Now, we're going to be meeting over the next...
Okay, let's read a Democrat comment, right? Let's see what they're saying. Okay, here's a Democrat. Cullen said all of the budget cuts from Doge are to support ultra-wealthy tax cuts over 400K year income. Everyone below that tax cut, corporate comes down to. Understand this is a massive wealth transfer. I don't know, man, because when I was just looking at the Trump tax cuts that he wanted to extend and what he wanted to add with the income tax cut, he wanted to, no taxes on, what was it? Overtime. No overtime on, taxes on overtime. He didn't want tips to be taxed. That kind of seemed like that was for the working person. Doesn't that seem like that's for the working person to y'all? It seemed like it was for the working person for me. He also wanted to close up like the tax deductions for billionaire sports owners. He wanted to close up the loopholes. That doesn't seem like he's trying to make them richer to me. And if he wants to give like businesses and corporations, like, cause you ain't talking to somebody that don't know this. We've all broke this down and looked at it and read it and all different Doug life. So if he wants to, let's just say you got a business, right? And you're making like millions or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But people don't look at the overhead, right? The cost of the building, paying all the work. You might have like 50, 60 employees, maybe making 40, 50,000 a year. Then you got to pay for their insurance and you know what I'm saying? They got to be able to pay their rent, their mortgage, their car notes, and their way of living and all of that, right? So people don't look at that and factor all of that in. They might need a tax cut. Why are the people that create the jobs, y'all feel like shouldn't get tax cuts? Why do y'all think that? I've never understood that logic, ever. So you want you to just get tax cuts. They don't get tax cuts. Who's going to create the jobs? Can somebody tell me? Because Shaquanda ain't about to create no jobs. She ain't. Little Larry ain't about, you know what I'm saying? Like, so who's going to be creating the jobs? Did y'all feel broke during the Trump administration? I didn't. I felt like, oh man, America's great. I would go on vacation like, I can't wait to get back to America. America's lit. He's trying to bring it back to that. Everybody on their iPhones, watching the live, on their MacBook Pros, watching the live, complaining, oh, it's rich versus them. Have you ever been to Haiti? Have you ever been to Progreso, Mexico, Cozumel? Have you ever been there? I ain't talking about the ocean. Have you drove through there? Have you been to Jamaica? I ain't talking about the ocean. I'm talking about driving through, looking at the infrastructure, looking at how destitute the place is. Have y'all seen, have you been to the Bahamas? Oh, we all go there. Hey, I've been to Freeport. I've been to the Bahamas. Nassau, I've been there. You see how destitute it is? We ain't just talking about the water. We looking at, the water's nice. We looking at where they live at. America gets a lot of things right. Why you think everybody want to come here? So we all crying on our iPhones. Oh, America's so bad. $1,000 phone. We at work, we on break, and our $40,000 car, $30,000 car complaining about America. You're able to criticize your president. You can't do that in some areas. Go to North Korea. Say something bad about Kim Jong-un if you want to. America, you can say whatever you want. People got like $200-$300 Jordans on, complaining. At the Section 8 office with the LeBron zone. We rich in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So like it ain't like we stop acting like America. I know we've been taught the glass is half empty, they're super rich and we're all poor. But if you're able to pay your bill, some people can't pay their bills. I understand. But if you're able to pay your bills every month, if you ate today, you're doing better than a lot of people. And you're in an expensive country. On the bus with the iPhone 16, like thug life. America is so terrible. It's so terrible. Watching the Super Bowl on your expensive devices. The oligarchs don't care about us. I seen some real oligarchs working in some of these countries. And guess what? They really don't care about their citizens. It could be a lot worse. When you travel around, you see it could be a whole lot worse than what it is here. And he's making it better. Even though Biden was kind of like running us down. He's fixing it and making it better to where people still want to come here. People hopping the fences to get here. I gotta hop the fence. Swimming, trying to get here. Ah! People vaulting over the swamp trying to get to America. Ah! Because this country is so terrible, right? Y'all be listening to too much TikTok. TikTok be pushing the anti-America propaganda on you. Y'all be believing all of it. Well, I gotta work. Yes, you gotta work for your money. You don't think like a person like him is working 24 hours? He's a billionaire, dog. You know how many businesses he's running? You think he gets a chance to just sit down and watch Oprah? Watch The View? Think he get time like that? As busy as he is? Before this. When you run businesses, it's 24/7, dog. It ain't no 8 hours a day. And you done.
Next 4-week period, maybe on a weekly basis.
As busy
and
as
maybe
he
we'll do a couple of them at different times and maybe together. But we'll be talking about other subjects like cars. We'll be talking about drugs and pharmaceuticals. We'll be discussing chips. And we're going to be doing some other things in addition to that, all which will...
Somebody said he's got plenty of time to golf. You can all, yeah, it's funny.
Bring in a lot of jobs into our country. Cars is going to be a very big one and a very important one. And America is going to be stronger than it ever was before. Okay?
John said, I own a business and I promise you are wrong. So you just run a business and it runs itself and you never like have anything to do with it? Are you running a business or a corporation? Like a major like corporation? Like what are you doing? Are you running like a little coffee shop or are you running like Trump like towers? I'm just saying, like, what is it? Are you running a country?
So are you...
Trump do be golfing. I ain't gonna even lie. He do. I seen you, Trump. You was golfing. But he's golfing and getting business done. He golfs a little bit.
You finished with everything, I think?
We have aluminum still to sign
Okay,
here,
let's
sir.
go.
So with respect to aluminum, similarly to steel, since 2018, a large number of exceptions and exemptions have been added into the law. This eliminates all of those and also increases the ad valorem tariff rate from 10 to 25%.
Shout out to I used to do security for Tiger Woods. Shout out to Tiger Woods. He's actually a pretty cool dude, man. It says Tiger Woods is supposed to golf with Trump. Dang. Wish I was still working for him. It says Tiger Woods is playing golf with President Donald Trump before heading to Genesis Invitational. Wow. That's dope. It says before Tiger Woods heads to Torrey Pines South Course in La Jolla, California, he had one more practice round to play in Florida. Woods played golf Sunday morning with President Donald Trump. According to multiple White House reports, they joined together for a round at Trump International in West Palm Beach, Florida, before Trump flew in New Orleans ahead of Super Bowl between the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia. So, like, I'm keeping it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Trump is allegedly doing a golf match with Tiger Woods. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tiger Woods, though. He a cool dude. Like, he gets a lot of, like, bad publicity. He was always cool. Like, I ain't never had no problems with Tiger Woods. Shout out to Tiger Woods.
Mostly the last part is the most important, right? Would you say?
Totally.
So basically, this is aluminum, the same thing, no exceptions.
This is the man that got rid of. Remember when? Where's ISIS is coming at American? He got rid of him. He got rid of ISIS when Obama was like trying to fearmonger y'all, and ISIS is out there. ISIS. He got rid of him. He told the military, "Get rid of him." Yeah, yeah, like a business, like a boss tell you get rid of somebody, like get rid of them. Went on about his day. You don't hear nothing about ISIS no more. When's the last time y'all heard about ISIS? Christian Medwood, when's the last time you heard about it? You haven't. Other than today.
It's no nothing, and it's going to bring our aluminum business back and may go higher. I mean, frankly, it may go higher.
You're business owners. John, where's the super chat?
And we're going to also be talking about we're going to be talking about things over the next 3 weeks that I think will be amazing for our country, amazing for our jobs, and will bring us to a new level of prosperity. And I think, frankly, our allies and our enemies all over the world expected this. They really expected it for years. They really expected it sometime during the Biden administration, but they didn't do anything. As you know, I put tariffs on China. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars with those tariffs, and Biden wasn't able to get them out. He tried to, but it was too much money. He couldn't do it. And we're going to be doing a very concise and, very, it's going to be good. And I don't think if done properly, and we're going to try and do that, we don't want it to hurt other countries, but they've been taking advantage of us for years and years and years. And they've charged us tariffs. Most of them have charged us, almost everyone, I would say almost without exception.
Definitely.
They've charged us and we haven't charged them. And it's time to be reciprocal.
Cullen Klein said they already released studies on if tariffs brought jobs back and their industries shrank even faster. Yo.
Reciprocal. So very, you'll be hearing that word a lot. Reciprocal. If they charge us, we charge them. If they're
Hey, shout out to y'all. We got 300 subscribers this session. I think y'all playing with me. Like, I should have like 1 million followers. Like, I don't know what y'all doing. What is y'all doing? Subscribe to the channel. Why y'all playing? We going through all of this? I met Arnold Palmer before too. Like, I used to go to the Masters. Well, I went to the Masters once. Like, I was Tiger Woods security for one day. Shout out to Tiger Woods. I'm gonna say that for the rest of my life. I was a security for one day, right? And I was at the Masters. It was cool. It was I think Augusta, Georgia. I went to the Masters, but Arnold Palmer was there. I ended up meeting him. Shout out to Arnold Palmer. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna meet everybody like when you rolling with Tiger Woods. That's what it is. But shout out to Tiger Woods.
25, we're at 25. If they're at 10, we're at 10. And if they're much higher than 25, that's where we are too. So that's having to do with everything.
Hold up. I gotta get somebody out of here and make sure they never come back again. You can never come back. He said he said after I didn't even read what he said. He's like, when I leave, I'm unsubscribing. Well, now you can never come back. How about that?
Everything. That's not just steel and aluminum, but we'll be discussing that over the next couple of weeks. But we will be looking at chips, and we will be looking at cars, and we're going to be looking at pharmaceuticals, and there'll be a
Ooh, he's going to be looking at pharmaceuticals. That's interesting. That's interesting.
couple of other things also in addition.
Mr. President, U.S. steelworkers have said that they support this move. But what would you say to American consumers who are worried that prices?
That they do support this move?
U.S. steelmakers.
I love the steelmakers. That's
But,
good.
well, what do you say
Of course
to
they,
American
because they
consumers?
want to save their businesses. U.S. Steel will now be a very valuable company. Anybody that makes steel is going to be great. Anybody that works in big steel is going to be very happy.
But what do you say to consumers who are worried about prices, sir?
Oh, I don't think you're going to. No, you're going to ultimately have a price reduction because they're going to make their steel here. There's not going to be any tariff. These foreign companies will move to the United States, will make their steel and aluminum in the United States. Ultimately, it'll be cheap.
My only thing, right, and this is me being real, American workers are expensive. You see what I'm saying? So the price could, like, if they come to the United States, yeah, they could avert like the 25% tariff, right? So like if a country has a steel mill, right, they already got a 25% tariff just on things coming in, right? The countries that he decides to put a tariff on. Plus the steel is a 25% tariff. So that's a 50% tariff technically. So they can avert that by coming to the United States, building a steel mill or whatever, and bringing their presses or whatever, and manufacturing here. But then you hit like an American workforce that cost a lot. You know, so it's like, you know, because you can manufacture steel in other countries way cheap. Like, first of all, the cost of labor is like way cheaper. You see what I'm saying? In other countries, because they don't pay like they do in America. You have to have a certain like type of wage here in order to be able to really even make it, you know? So it's kind of a interesting thing. So when the guy's asking Donald Trump, he's like, yo, what do you think about like, you know, prices? Like Americans could be, you know, worried about prices. Will this affect prices? I think that was a good like question to ask the president. It wasn't just like some, you know, like easy, simple question. That was a very good question to ask.
A price reduction because they're going to make their steel here. There's not going to be any tariff. These foreign companies will move to the United States, will make their steel and aluminum in the United States. Ultimately, it'll be cheaper. But we'll also have jobs. Many, many more jobs.
Sir, what are you looking at in terms of tariffs on cars and chips?
Well, we're looking at numbers and we'll be coming up with...
Bro, look how close they are to him, bro. You got to make sure you don't have a booger in your nose. You got to make sure all of that, bro. Before you even like sit down. You got all of these people like, yo, that is insane. And he's mad comfortable. Look at all these people around him. Live feeds, this, that going on. Like, yo. Caitlin actually said, I used to pour aluminum for $15 an hour, and that was good pay. $15 an hour ain't really gonna cut it in America now. You know what I mean? Like if you making that, you're gonna have to have two jobs. And like the more dangerous the job, like, you know, you have to like pay people more, like to compensate them for the risks. You know, so I don't know. It'd be interesting.
The number, but we have...
Yeah, Caitlin actually said things were cheaper then, yeah. So, like, I would think, you know, like, I mean, I'm not like a steel mill worker or nothing like that. I would think they would want at least 25, like 28 an hour or something like that to do steel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, that, because it's dangerous.
We make some of the finest cars in the world, and some companies prohibit us from selling those cars in their countries. But they sell us cars, they send cars to us, and we don't do that. We charge nothing or 2.5%, and they'll be charging 100%. They'll be charging much more than that if you look at some of them. So I think those days are over. But we'll be announcing on other things, such as cars, We got some other things we'll be doing. But the biggest thing is reciprocal. We want tariffs to be fair. If they charge us, we charge them.
Tomorrow, the reciprocal tariffs?
We'll be doing reciprocal over the next, I would say 2 days, don't you think? 2 days, yeah, maybe.
Mr. President, the Australian
2 days they about to get this done. This is crazy. And what he's basically saying is that, like, we're going to find out all the countries that are charging tariffs on us and we're charging tariffs on them. And so what this is going to make them do, like, obviously bring back manufacturing to America, but it's going to make them, like, take their tariffs away. What could overall, like, because now he's in a situation where he's got to play poker with these people. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, all right, you want to charge us tariffs? I'm a businessman. I'm charging you tariffs. Now the cost of the goods is getting crazy, right? 25% here, 25% here. So it's like, all right. So now, what you want to do? Do you want to get rid of the tariffs or you want us to keep doing this tariff war? Man. This is like getting very, very interesting. I'm not mad at him. Like, you know, yeah, like, don't just let people, like, just tariff you up. You know what I mean?
The Prime Minister has said that you are considering an exemption from Australia on steel. Is that correct? And why?
I just spoke to him, very fine man, and he has a surplus. I mean, we have a surplus with Australia, one of the few. And the reason is they buy a lot of airplanes. They are rather far away and they need lots of airplanes. And we actually have a surplus. It's one of the only countries which we do. And I told him that that's something that we will give great consideration to.
And would you consider one for the UK as well?
Well, we have a huge deficit with the UK. Big difference.
How do we have a deficit with the United Kingdom? Like, what? And they need our military. Like, why? Yo, they've been looking at us like we suckers for like the longest time, bro. They have to be looking at us like that. We allowing this?
The deficit with Argentina, is that country also going to be?
We have a deficit with a little deficit with Argentina. We almost with every country, but Australia, because of the airplanes, they buy a lot of.
No, back when we say America is like the richest country, we owe all of these countries money. Was what he's saying. Like, so when people say, "Oh, America is already great," I mean, it's great in its own right. It's not like great education wise, right? Department of Education, since that's been instituted, I feel like, IQ levels, everything's been going down. But you look at this and you think that we're a superpower, we got all this money, our military is super strong, all of that. We spend all this money on defense. And then you find out we all like have a deficit to these countries that we're protecting. How does that make sense? Imagine somebody in the hood, right? And they live in a bad part of the hood. And you be having your friends like go and protect them. To make sure they good, make sure people won't run up in their house, all of that, right? Your friends are doing that. But you owe them money. You owe them $10,000, but you protecting them. But if you remove that protection, it's going to end up destabilizing what they got going on in the hood, right? Can't talk about what they got going on in the hood. Slots, right? So now they're at risk. If I owe you, like, bro, 10 grand and you ain't doing nothing to get that money out, I'm removing the security from you. Why am I securing you and I owe you money and you're not doing anything for us? Like, even when we giving up money for like people who are in NATO, whatever's going on, we giving up money to help people and aid people. Y'all don't even want to cough up money. We giving all the money away. Like, bro, we got $36 trillion deficit. That is crazy. I mean, you know what I mean? In the red, 36 trillion. That's crazy. To these countries that need us. Bro. That's insane.
Airplanes. there's a little bit of a surplus.
Mr. President, if other countries retaliate,
I don't mind.
What is your plan for example, farmers? Last term, you...
Well, the farmers are going to be helped
Would you do that
greatly.
again?
Yeah.
Hold on. John is going back and forth with Tammy. What did Tammy say? I can't see, but he said something about he had to pay $40,000 in taxes for 5 employees.
The farmers are going to be helped greatly because they're not going to be dumping everything into our country. This will be a great bill for farmers. And in terms of retaliation, if they retaliate, it's, as I said, it's reciprocal. So if they raise it a little bit, then we raise it automatically. So I don't think it helps for them to retaliate. But also remember this, they can't really retaliate because we're the piggy bank. We're the piggy bank. But if we don't do this, we won't be the piggy bank for long. We won't be much of a country.
Mr. President, did you see that report, sir, that Hamas was going to stop releasing Israeli hostages, and what was your reaction?
I think it's terrible. Look, I looked at the hostages that came in, and they're emaciated. It looked like something out of the 1930s. It's an absolute disgrace. And I think they saw the way the world viewed it, and they're looking for a reason not to send more because they're all. You take a look at that. It looks like it was a concentration camp, which essentially it was. It looks like they came out of the Holocaust, and what a sad thing. One of them was a young man, good-looking guy, a little bit heavier than perhaps he could have been, and now he looks like he's not even recognizable. Not even
Is
recognizable.
the ceasefire deal at risk of falling apart?
Look, I can tell you that those people have been badly hurt, both mentally and physically. And I'm talking about the young women that came out also previously. And I think one of the reasons they're doing this is because they're probably sending the best. What you see is
Shout out to John Horse with the $1 like. Appreciate you.
probably the best because they want to send people that look at least healthy. And that's not healthy. These people have been badly hurt.
Did you hear what he said? He's basically saying like, because Hamas they don't want to release any more hostages, right? And so Trump is saying like, he's been seeing people that look like really emaciated. Looks like they've been put in like camps and stuff like that. And so he thinks they don't want to send any more like hostages because they don't have like any people that look healthy that they can send back because they've been like being cruel to them and not letting them eat and stuff like that. And they're like emaciated. So if they were to release them, like it would look crazy on Hamas, like for how they treated them inhumane. So like if you gotta like really break down like what he's saying and like look in between like what he's saying. So that's a very, very interesting thing. Very interesting.
They've been interviewed by our representatives. They've been interviewed by Israeli representatives, and they're really hurting. They are really hurting mentally and physically. And I think Hamas is looking at that and saying, well, it's not going to get much better than that because they probably send out their best as a representative, and they've got more to send out, and they probably feel that they can't do that because it's not going to make them look very good.
Is the ceasefire now over, but if they delay that, sir, should the ceasefire then be off?
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that because that's Israel's decision, but as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out. And I don't think they're going to do it. I think a lot of them are dead. I think a lot of the hostages are dead. I think...
Wow. Man. It's crazy.
It's a great human tragedy. What's happened? How people can be that mean to do. I mean, the one Guy was laughing when a hostage, he thought his family was alive, found out the family was dead, and his captor, so to speak, started laughing because he thought it was so funny. You know, this is a different group of people. No, I would say Saturday at 12, we want them all back. I'm speaking for myself. Israel can override it. But from myself, Saturday at 12 o'clock, and if they're not here, all hell is going to break out.
Mr. President, this weekend.
Ooh. Yo, what?
Want them all back. I'm speaking for myself. Israel can override it. But from myself, Saturday at 12 o'clock, and if they're not here, all hell is going to break out.
Mr. President, in an interview this weekend, you said that Palestinians would not be guaranteed the right to return to Gaza if the U.S. were to develop it. What did you mean by that? And under
We've spoken to a lot of Palestinians. They would love to leave Gaza if they could find a place to be. And I've spoken to various leaders of various countries in the not so, distant area from where we're talking about, the Gaza Strip. And I think they were very positive about providing land. What we need is land. And if we could build a nice place for people to live safely, everybody in Gaza would do it. They've been persecuted. Y'all
gotta understand, this war has been going on for how many years? Like, it's getting ridiculous, man.
Been spit on. They've been treated like trash. And they would love to get out of Gaza. But until now, they never had an alternative. Now they have an alternative. And as far as Hamas is concerned, you're seeing the real Hamas now with the hostages.
What if they don't leave?
On Gaza, you have the...
Who are you from where?
The Wall Street Journal, sir.
Yeah,
the Jordanian leader is coming in to see you.
Yeah.
Folks in Jordan have expressed opposition to taking in more Gazans, more Palestinians. How are you going to convince him to do otherwise?
I think he'll take. I do think he'll take, and I think other countries will take also. They have good hearts. I think they'll take.
But what about the Palestinians who just won't leave? Our team has spoken to many of them.
They're all going to leave when they have a place that's a better alternative. When they have a nice place that's safe, they're all going to leave. It's a hellhole right now.
But how are you so sure? Would the U.S. force them to leave?
You're going to see that they're all going to want to leave.
Mr. President, when it comes to Saturday at noon, there's an American hostage who's still being held by Hamas right now. Are you worried about
Look, who knows? Are they alive? Are they not alive? But I saw the condition.
Hamas and Israel have clashed repeatedly since the Hamas takeover of Gaza in 2007, rising to the level of war on several occasions. The Hamas-led attack on southern Israel on October 7, 2023, ignited an unprecedented war in Gaza.
When I saw the condition of the last ones that came out, and the women too, everybody. The one woman had her hand blown off because she was trying to stop a bullet being fired at her, okay? Kind of a situation.
What?
Came out, and the women too, everybody. The one woman had her hand blown off because she was trying to stop a bullet being fired at her, okay? Kind of a situation as that. You saw her. I just think it's time to either you release everybody. They're not going to be alive right now. Based on what I saw over the last 2 days, they're not going to be alive for long. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, it's going to be a different ballgame.
Mr. Wow. He not playing. Hey, yo, Hamas, y'all better start releasing them hostages.
President, when you say all hell is going to break loose, are you speaking about retaliation from Israel?
You'll find out,
okay.
And they'll find out too. Hamas will find out what I mean.
Mr. President.
Oh, yo! Thug life! Release them now! If these people are not, y'all remember Training Day? when Denzel Washington, he had to have that money, that $1 million to the Russians, or it was over. Like if he don't have that million, when the Mexican dude was talking to, was like, if he don't have that, if Alonzo don't have that money to the Mexicans by midnight and not a minute over, they gonna get him. That kind of remind me how Trump talking like, yo, if they don't have them hostages, if they're not over here by Saturday, like it's going down. He said Hamas gonna know what I'm talking about. Ah! Hamas gonna know what I'm talking about up in here. This is the GOAT of presidents. I don't care what nobody say. Get mad. That's how you talk. You don't talk like Joe Biden, like, well, I don't know, like, oh, I'm falling down the street. Like, you don't talk like that. You talk like, this is how you talk, bro. That's how you talk.
When it comes to Saturday at noon, there's an American hostage who's still being held by Hamas right now. You worry about
Look, you know, who knows? Are they alive? Are they not alive? But I saw the condition. When I saw the condition of the last ones that came out, and the women too, everybody. The one woman had her hand blown off because she was trying to stop a bullet being fired at her, okay? Kind of a situation as that. You saw her. I just think it's time to either you release everybody. They're not going to be alive right now. Based on what I saw over the last 2 days, they're not going to be alive for long. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, it's going to be a different ballgame.
Mr. President, when you say...
Can we get some goats in the chat? Can y'all put some goat emojis in the chat, please? Can we get some of them? Some goat emojis for the goat.
All hell is going to break loose. Are you speaking about retaliation from Israel?
You'll find out,
okay.
And they'll find out too. Hamas will find out what I mean.
Mr. President.
Ah! Talk to them! Hamas will find out what I mean. Can we get some goat emojis in the chat? Stizzy Davis with the goat emoji. Thug life.
With the consumer
They're gonna
financial...
find out what I mean. These are sick people. And
Bree White Wolf with the goat emoji. True Rebel with the goat emoji. 702 with the goat emojis. Frosty with the goat emojis. Ike Martin with the goat emojis. Legion of Sentinels with the goat emoji. Eric 75743 said he ain't no goat. Yes, he is. You lying, Eric. He's the GOAT. Bree White Wolf with the GOAT emojis. Calver with the GOAT emojis. He's the GOAT. The Liberty Ghost with the GOAT emojis. A member on the channel, 1117 King with the GOAT emojis. Nick Snacks with the GOAT emojis. Bree with the GOAT emojis. Slumdog with the GOAT emojis. C. Hernandez with the GOAT emojis. Ike Martin said thug life. C. Hernandez with the GOAT emojis.
they'll find out what I mean Saturday at 12 o'clock.
But no involvement
How
from
about the
U.S.
Palestinians from the West Bank? Are they going to be relocated too? What's your
Well,
position
right
on
now,
this?
no, right now they're there, and I assume they want to remain there. It's different. They're there. It's never been like what we're talking about with the Gaza Strip.
So they're going to continue, you have
No, I have no plans there.
Mr. President, regarding the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Democrats, including Elizabeth Warren, have said that by freezing it, it's giving big banks and giant corporations the green light to scam families. Your response?
Pocahontas, the faker. That was set up to destroy people.
What did he just say? Yo, he wildin'.
Said that by freezing it, it's giving big banks and giant corporations the green light to scam families. Your response?
Pocahontas.
He just called her Pocahontas thug life. Yo, hey, where my phone at? Yo, I gotta upload that. Trump calling Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. Frosty with the photo donation thug life. He called her Pocahontas, y'all. Yo, I cannot believe this, bro. I've never seen a president do that. He's the GOAT. He said, he called her, no, we rewinding this, bro.
Mr. President, regarding the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Democrats, including Elizabeth Warren, have said that by freezing it, it's giving big banks and giant corporations the green light to scam families. Your response?
Pocahontas, the faker. That was set up to destroy people. She used that as her little personal agency to go around and destroy people. And she's a fake. Just like she said she was an Indian, and she wasn't an Indian. You have more Indian blood in you than she has. She went to college based on the fact that she was an Indian. She got jobs based on the fact that she was an Indian. She's a fake. That was set up to destroy some very good people. And
we changing the title. We gotta change the title, y'all. Look, Donald Trump destroys Elizabeth Warren. Hey, y'all, help me with this title. We got 120,000 views on this. Let me, all right, I got Trump. Right now it says Trump signs new executive orders. Elizabeth Warren gets cornered. Elon Musk speaks. All right, we got to take out the Elon Musk speaks part, right? Well, we can let him speak a little bit. We got Elizabeth Warren. Well, Trump destroys Elizabeth Warren. Let's do that. Trump calls Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. All right, let's do that. Trump calls Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. Hey, it says right now Trump signs new executive orders. Trump calls Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas.
It worked. I mean, it worked.
Shout out to Frosty with the $2 donations. Frosty got me using Pocahontas. Hey, you better have spelled that right, Frosty, because I'm spelling it off of what you just put in the super chat. I can't spell Pocahontas. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to you though. I'm like looking at his super chat like Pocahontas, spell checking from they better be spelled right.
A lot of
because 100 and some thousand people gonna see this.
A lot of great people. I'll tell you, before I ever heard the term, people would come up to me in the Midwest and areas and say,
"Yo, he did not just fire on her like that. That is crazy, bruh.
She wasn't an Indian. You have more Indian."
Yo, what?
The green light to scam families. Your response?
Pocahontas, the faker. That was set up to destroy people. She used that as her little personal agency to go around and destroy people. And she's a fake. Just like she said she was an Indian, and she wasn't an Indian. You have more Indian blood in you than she has. She went to college based on the fact that she was an Indian. She got jobs based on the fact that she was an Indian. She's a fake. That was set up to destroy some very good people, and it worked. I mean, it worked. A lot of great people. I'll tell you, before I ever heard the term, people would come up to me in the Midwest and areas and say, "Sir, I'm being destroyed by them." They use that to destroy people. She's a nasty woman. She's a really nasty woman, despite her phony beer commercial. Now,
who do you think he has disdain for most, Nancy Pelosi or Elizabeth Warren?
We did the right thing. That was a very important thing to get rid of.
Can you confirm?
And it was also a waste. I mean, number one, it was a bad group of people running it, but it was also a waste. If you looked at when she really ran it, wow, that was a vicious group of people. They really destroyed a lot of people.
And you can confirm it's your goal is to have it totally eliminated?
I would say, yeah, because we're trying to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse.
What's next?
And didn't I hear that somebody made like 38?
Can somebody tell me why you want to save USAID? Like, can somebody like in the comment section? You said Nancy. Hey, Frosty, I was about to say what you said. He said Nancy. So he doesn't like Nancy Moore. All right. All right, like that, because he be going at both of them. But obviously this year, like Elizabeth Warren getting that work, you know what I mean? Because she's very vocal. Hernandez said, laugh my A word off. The guy behind him biting his lip, trying to hold in it. Yeah, bruh. Like, this is what you talking about. Not to keep rewinding, but
woman. She's a really nasty fake. She went to college based on the fact that she was
getting big banks and giant corporations to green light to scheme families. Your response?
Pocahontas, the faker. That was set up to destroy people. She used that as her little personal agency to go around and destroy people. And she's a fake. Just like she said she was an Indian, and she wasn't an Indian. You have more Indian blood in you than she has. She went to college based on the fact that she was an Indian. She got jobs based on the fact that she was an Indian. She's a fake. That was set up to destroy some very good people, and it worked. I mean, it worked. A lot of good.
Bree White Wolf is like cracking up, bro. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
People, I'll tell you, before I ever...
Yeah, I cannot believe I just put that in the title. Trump calls Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas.
Heard the term, people would come up to me in the Midwest and areas that say, sir, I'm being destroyed by them. They use that to destroy people. She's a nasty woman. She's a really nasty woman, despite her phony beer commercial. We did the right thing. That was a very important thing to get rid of.
Can you confirm?
And it was also a waste. I mean, number one, it was a bad group of people running it, but it was also a waste. If you looked at when she really ran
What's up, Jamie Leah 87 laughing? She's a member on the channel. Thanks for your membership. Appreciate you.
Wow, that was a vicious group of people. They really destroyed a lot of people.
And you can confirm it's your goal is to have it totally eliminated?
I would say, yeah, because we're trying to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse.
What's next?
And didn't I hear that somebody made like $38 million or something running a little agency? What was her name? What was her name? And what did she do? And what was that all about? All the money that she made? Does anybody know? Okay. Yeah, Brian, go ahead.
Good to see you. The latest CBS poll has your approval ratings at an all-time high, despite all these controversial subjects and executive orders that you're doing. I want to get your thoughts on that, how you've really connected to mainstream America.
Yeah, I have high approval ratings because I'm using common sense, whether it's getting men out of women's sports. I mean, have you seen what goes on with the boxers and with the weightlifters and with the swimmers and everything? It's so ridiculous. And I think it's a 90% issue. And, the amazing thing, the Democrats are still fighting for it. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think we should go to Congress also, have that cemented and, make it indelible. But it's, to me, it's all common sense. Who wants an open border where prisons are dumped into our country, where prisoners are led into our country, many of whom are murderers, many of whom murdered far more than one person, and they're now roaming our country. Who wants that? I mean, it's terrible.
I'll tell you who wants it. Democrats seem like they want it. They're letting the people in. Or trying to, make it easier for them to come in. It's lunacy. It's crazy.
I'd like you to say a couple of words about it.
Yes, well, as you know, Mr. President, since you issued your day one executive orders, border crossings are down approximately 95%. You talk to agents on the line, in their entire careers, they've never seen crossing days as low as what they're experiencing right now. The cartel...
Can we get 118,000 subscribers? Like, what is y'all doing? Like, why don't y'all, what y'all doing? Stop playing with me. Subscribe to the channel. Everybody got like millions of subscribers. Stop playing. Y'all trying to keep me stuck at 117,000. Like, what is y'all doing, bro?
In fact, are enormously frustrated.
What is y'all doing? Shout out to Ike Martin. He said 95%.
Because they've never seen a clampdown like this before in American history. There are people who were working at Border Patrol back when it was at INS in the 80s and 90s. They've never seen a date like this. That's because you've mobilized the 10th Mounted Division, the Marines, the entire U.S. military. They're erecting physical miles of barrier, temporary and ultimately permanent, every single day. You have all of your border agents pushed to the front line. They're not doing the humanitarian processing, quote unquote, that Biden was doing. They're doing law enforcement and national security. They're interdicting weapons and drugs.
Shout out to Bree White Wolf, said I'm a new subscriber. Appreciate you.
They're interdicting violent
Jeffrey Hall.
criminals. And the
She says subscribe. Shout out to Jeffrey Hall. Shout out to you. Thug Life.
U.S. military is repatriating illegal immigrants at a pace and a skill that is
Christian Madwin hating again. He's hating again. He said you ain't pretty like Candace Owens. Shout out to Sabrina Shalver. Appreciate you. Says subscribe. Appreciate you. The Liberty Ghost, subscribe. Shout out to you.
never occurred before in American history. And those who are committing human
Frosty said, me too, new subscriber. Appreciate you.
trafficking and child trafficking are being prosecuted.
Yeah, but y'all gotta like, if I upload videos too, y'all gotta watch them because I'll be seeing like people be subscribing from people like in the shorts, and y'all be trying to play them. Y'all don't be watching them when they upload. Y'all gotta watch the uploads too.
For felony offenses, and they'll be doing hard time in jail. There's never been a lockdown.
It's like you've been subscribed. You trying to play me? Said just subscribe. You've been subscribed.
What you have implemented through your orders and vision since you took the oath of office.
What's your thoughts on Doge?
I be remembering my subscribers. Y'all be trying to play. And then Will Work for Food. Goat said new here. Shout out to you, bro.
Wednesday at 10 a.m. they're having the first subcommittee going to focus on the fraud in Medicare.
Yeah, before I discuss that, I just want to add to what Steve said. And we want people to come into our country, but we want to.
DJ Fusion said, saw your video on Black Conservative Perspective recently. Hilarious. Shout out to Black Conservative. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? Appreciate you. Calver said, I love your channel. Appreciate you.
To come in legally. They have to go through a process.
111 King said, I just subscribed. Is trying to play. G. Allen Beat said, new subscriber. Appreciate you.
And we have to know that they haven't killed 9 people. Or they haven't killed, like in one case, five people. And they're out on the loose, and we're all looking for that particular individual. This was all led in by Biden and the group of stupid people. Bad people and stupid people. Some are bad, some are stupid, some are both. But I'll tell you what they've...
Donna Wilkinson said, I'm a subscriber, but I don't get notifications. You got to turn the notification bell on. You know what I'm saying? Not only turn that on, you got to turn on notifications for your YouTube, like in your settings on your phone. So you may have to do that. Like, but also like if I'm doing this, like, because it's vertical, it's not really going to send a bunch of notifications out. It's when it's horizontal is when it sends notifications out. So if I upload, you know what I'm saying, or if I'm going live and it's horizontal, you should get the notifications. You know what I'm saying? Or if I just do an upload, you get the notification, but you got to watch it. Y'all got to stop playing with me.
Done to this country, but we're cleaning it up. And hard to believe I can say it. It'll be better than ever before. But we have a lot of bad people we have to get at. We're searching out for a lot of them. I think Tom Holman and Christie are doing an unbelievable job. Christie and Noam. They're doing an unbelievable job. They're taking out massive numbers of people. And you notice every country is accepting those people back. Remember, everyone said, oh, they'll never accept them. They're all taking them back. They have to. They're all taking them back. Every single country is taking them back. I don't know if they want them or not. I don't imagine they do, but they're taking them back. Okay.
Are you concerned about ICE?
Mr. President, back on Gaza, you talked with Fox News about the billions of dollars we pay for Jordan and Egypt every year. Would you withhold aid to these countries if they don't agree to take in the Palestinians?
Yeah, maybe. Sure. Why not? You mean if they don't agree? If they don't agree, I would conceivably withhold aid. Yeah.
Are you going to talk to Prime Minister Netanyahu about the Saturday deadline?
Sure. I mean, it's just my deadline, but
yes,
they may change it. But I think it's. I've seen too many people come out. They look like Holocaust victims from many years ago. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't think this could happen in this world today. You know, we think we have a civilized world. It's not civil.
Shout out to Tsunami. I've never seen you before, so I appreciate the great job. Appreciate you for subscribing. Diana Raguna said New Zealand here. Shout out to New Zealand. Beautiful place. Jay Blanco said just subscribe. I think I've seen you before, Jay Blanco. I think you're trying to play me too. I think you're trying to. And King said, I'm learning a lot from this channel. We are learning a lot together. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with your boy.
These are These are bad people we're dealing with, so that would be my suggestion. And he could open it up or not open it up, and that would be mine. Do you have anything to say about that? Your commerce, but you have a lot to say from the standpoint of
Shout out to Hackerton. Hackerton said just subscribe to that. Shout out to you.
your faith and your religion. Go ahead.
So it's amazing that 4 years of nothing, and then you come in and you immediately start to move the needle. You have hostages coming out. You send Steve Witkoff, who's done an amazing job for you. You're changing the Middle East. You're supporting your ally Israel. And I, for one, can't be more impressed with the outcomes that you have driven. And choosing this Saturday to save people's lives or just be done with it seems like just the right choice.
But I think it's time to come up with a date. What are we going to do? Keep every week 2 people, 3 people? No, I don't think you can do that anymore.
So
These are very seriously endangered people. These are endangered people. I don't think they're going to last very long.
And Mr. President,
You know, the people that came out yesterday, they wouldn't last very long.
were you ruling out any U.S. involvement in whatever happens after this deadline?
We'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens.
Will you talk with Zelensky this week, sir?
Yeah, probably.
And by telephone, what's your message?
He wants to make a deal. Let's see. We'll see. We're dealing with him.
Shout out to Jennifer Mommy. Said thanks, happy to be here. Shout out to you.
And I think they both want to make a deal, but we'll have to see. It's got to be done.
What is Zelensky?
Would have never happened if I were president. This would never have happened. Millions of people are dead.
Yeah. That's a very powerful statement. This would have never happened if I was president. The millions of people, like, you know what I mean, no longer here.
What will Zelensky have to give up?
Good deal. We'll talk about that later.
Your reaction to a judge today continuing a pause on the buyout program for federal workers?
Well, I don't know how you can lose a case.
Oh, Jennifer Mommy. Ooh. I just went to your channel and looked at you real quick. Ooh. I have to hit that DM. Shout out to Jennifer though. Like, yo, y'all Republican women are beautiful. Jesus.
Like that. We're talking about people, you know, everybody. I got elected on making government better, more efficient, and smaller. And that's what we're doing. And I think it was a very generous buyout, actually. Also, if people don't show up to work, we have a right to fire them. And they have an option. They can show up to work or not. If they don't want to show up to work, they'll let them work. Because then the next step is, have you worked before? Have you worked during this time that you're supposed to be working? You'll find many of those people, in my opinion, have had other jobs. Even though they're collecting money from the federal government, many have had, in my opinion, other jobs.
If
they did, that's a big problem.
If the buyouts are blocked in court, will you instead pursue layoffs in federal departments?
I don't know how they can do. This is free will. This is a buyout where people, you know, they were offered a good deal. Many people have taken that, as you know. Yeah. But, you know, many of those people, and we talk about...
I'm on Jennifer's channel looking for some IG links. What at IG at, Jennifer? Shout out to Jennifer.
Reporting to work. Right? I happen to be a believer that you have to go to work. I don't think you can work from a home. I don't know. It's like there's a whole big, you can work from home. Nobody's going to work from home. They're going to be going out. They're going to play tennis. They're going to play golf. They're going to do a lot of things. They're not working. It's a
exactly. They're not working and they're on our tax dime. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to PTSD moving forward. It's a new subscriber watching from UK. Shout out to you, bro.
Rare person that's going to work. You might work 10% of the time, maybe 20%. I don't think you're going to work a lot more than that. And I think they have enough.
Walter Myers, do you have the notifications? You say they're on. What about in your YouTube settings? So you got the notifications on and everything in your YouTube settings, and then on your phone settings. If I do vertical, it doesn't normally like send notifications out, but if I'm horizontal, it does. You know, so. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Maybe unsubscribe and resubscribe. Make sure, don't forget. Walter unsubscribe and then his phone ring and he forget to resubscribe. Subscribe. Stay subscribed. Just be checking for me.
obligation to work, and they have an obligation not to have a second job when they're supposed to be working for the federal government. You're going to find that a lot of these people have second jobs instead of working for. They'll be collecting a federal government check, and they'll be working 2 jobs, and that's big trouble for them.
You plan to bypass Congress?
You've said a lot about South Africa in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's hosting the G20 summit this year. Are you planning to attend the?
I was gonna show y'all Jennifer mommy, like what she looked like, but I don't want y'all to be all up on her. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find. Shout out to Jennifer.
Or are you skipping it and telling your cabinet to not?
Well, we'll see what happens, but the South African situation is very, very dangerous and very bad for a lot of people. There's tremendously bad things going on, including the confiscation of property, and worse, much worse than that. You know what I'm talking about. And we're not making any payment until we find out what's going on in South Africa. Yes,
What's next?
Dangerous and very bad for a lot of people. There's tremendously bad things going on, including the confiscation of property, and worse, much worse than that. You know what I'm talking about. And we're not making any payment until we find out what's going on in South Africa. Yes.
What's next for Doge?
General Kellogg going to Ukraine this week, sir, soon?
Yeah, it is. Keith Kellogg. General Kellogg is an excellent guy, and he's spending time doing various things. We have numerous people working on numerous different problems. You know, when I left office, wasn't long ago, a little more than 4 years ago, we had no wars, we didn't have problems. Now we got the whole world is blowing up, but we'll put out the fires.
You've been talking to Vladimir Putin. Are you trying to set up a meeting with him?
Well, I can't tell you what I'm talking about, but we are talking as a group also. I think he'd like to make a deal, but it takes 2 to tango.
And so, I mean, you can't give us any more clarity on whether you personally have spoken to.
I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't want to talk about it. It's not going to help you to know.
Oh, I like that he said that. Like, I don't want to talk about it. It's not going to help you to know. I like how he said that. Like, instead of just like going around the question, he just said like, yo, I don't want to talk about it. Like, I don't think it's going to help you to know. Like, yo, direct. Shout out to him. Donna said they had to cancel the yoga class in the afternoon after the government workers had to go back. Not enough to have class. Jennifer Mommy said, I guess I better go to making an IG. Don't do social media, but YouTube, occasionally Reddit. People just do too much on there. I'm sure they be doing too much on there when they see you. They'd be like, where her?
But we would like to get a deal done if possible. Only because
Jennifer Mommy, she's taking her DMs like they doing too much. They seen her, they like, gotta get with her.
we have an ocean separating. They don't. Europe should be paying what we're paying. And Europe has done it more in the form of a loan than with us. We just give it. You know, Biden gives it because he's not a smart individual, not a very smart individual. We have people over there today who are making a deal that as we give money, we get minerals and we get oil and we get all sorts of things, because why are we?
Oh, he is making America rich. We're not just going to give you money. We're giving you a loan. If we got to give you this money, we're getting minerals. We're getting this. We're getting that. Because there's rumors going around, right, that Zelensky is offering like minerals and stuff like to Trump. I don't know if that's true or not. It's a rumor. I'm going to say it's a rumor, right? We don't know if that's true. But like what he's saying now, like, yo, Biden's been just giving away money for no reason. Like if he can like with the money that's been going, if he can figure out a way to strategize, all right, this is not just we not giving you money no more. This is a loan, right? We want this mineral, that mineral. And people can look at it like, oh, well, they just trying to take people's natural resources in different countries. First of all, other countries don't be doing nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? We're doing stuff for them. It's okay for us to want something back. You know what I mean? So I like how he running it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. I like how he running it.
Doing this and all this money. Where
Jennifer, my Twitter is Piperboy Williams. DMs is open.
for maybe 350 billion, and Europe's in for 100 billion. And Europe's in really as a form of a loan. In theory, they get that money back. In theory, they get interest on their money. It's a whole different ballgame. And Biden is the one that started doing this. Every time Zelensky came here, he walked away with 60 to 100 billion dollars.
That's crazy. Can you imagine that? Like every time this dude comes to the United States, he leaving with like mad bread. He ain't got to do nothing. We just giving them like billions of dollars. Like, no, bruh. Like, he didn't invite Zelensky to the inauguration. I was excited when I seen Zelensky wasn't there. Get mad, get mad.
I think he's one of the greatest salesmen who have ever lived, by the way.
Can you discuss your intentions with the Kennedy Center, which you're now the board chair of?
So we took over the...
Montana said they weren't working anyway, getting paid though. Some had other jobs, not all, but so many.
Kennedy Center, we didn't like what they were showing, and various other things. And I had a lot of the board members already, as you know, and we have some that will...
Shout out to James Prudhomme. Say, Piper, well, you're my newest friend. So glad I found. Shout out to you.
Be replayed.
We all in this together.
But we have, I guess, a whole new group of people going in.
Hey, Bree said people of Ukraine. So it was supposed to be like, I think like almost 200 billion, right? 177 billion. They received 77 billion of it, but there's 100 billion missing. And so they're doing a forensic audit really to figure out what's been going on throughout the whole government, right? But he's starting with the Treasury Department, then he's going to start with the defense. So I'm curious to see. I don't know how they're going to find that, but $100 billion, I'm sure Elon Musk can track that down. That's why Elon Musk is on everybody's radar now. Like, they're scared. They do any type of fear tactic that they can. CNN, all of these different, they're trying to like turn y'all against him because they want less support, and they want, if Elon Musk has less support, right? Like, if you're the president, they would think like your approval rating, you're going to care about that. Let's go to Elon Musk. You know, he's tied to Trump. Trump don't want to lose his approval rating. Trump don't care about none of that. He just cares about making America great. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna let Elon do what he gotta do. And Elon said earlier that they talk every day, you know, and we're gonna end up reacting to that probably a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, shout out to Elon Musk. All he's doing. Somebody said Zelensky, greatest salesman for Lockheed Martin. Hey, I can't say you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Have Rick Grinnell, who's got some experience in
Ike Martin said Elon checking the paperwork.
That world.
Another subscriber, Joseph Boyd, said they are mad because the Democrats got their hands stuck in the cookie jar, caught in the cookie jar. Yeah.
He's very good. Going to be handling it on a temporary basis. I think he'll do a great job, but we're going to get some great professionals. I'm going to be chairman of it, and we're going to make sure that it's good and it's not going to be woke. There's no more woke in this country. This woke has cost us a fortune and cost us our reputation, but the reputation's coming back very, very rapidly. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, shout out to everybody that's been subscribed to the channel. We got like 400 something subscribers today. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We on a drive to get like 118,000. Really, we trying to get 120,000. That's what we trying to get. You know what I mean? And, you know, I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing, supporting, and people need to see. And shout out to y'all that's been sharing the videos and stuff like that, tagging me in it on Twitter. I will retweet y'all. Like, if y'all tweet me, like, sharing the link or whatever to the video, I'll do that. You know what I mean? It's been a great talk. We've been talking to people that have opposing opinions in the chat. Some people are Democrats. We talk to them. And you believe whatever you want to believe. The only thing I can do is show you what's going on. You know, you make whatever determination you want to make. In my opinion, I feel like right now the Republicans are doing a very, very good job with the country. I think the executive orders that Trump has been signing, I think a lot of them are very, very good. I think the only one that people are really going to maybe even question is the executive order of the ex-governor, Ron. Some people may have an issue with him, but other than that, I think most of the other executive orders was right on point. You know what I mean? And that's very, very difficult, you know, to say with a president to where you cool with like 99% of his executive orders. He's trying to save the steel industry. He just showed you that, and like sign executive orders to get rid of a lot of the loopholes where people didn't have to pay the 25% tariffs. He just shored that up. Now you bring it steel to America, you importing it, it's got to be, you know what I mean, like a 25% tariff. And so now if you got a country that you operating in that's got a 25% tariff, this tariff goes on another 25%, you dealing with 50% tariffs. So this is a great move for, to help the American steel industry. A lot of presidents have said they were going to do this, have said that they were going to try to help the American steel industries, all that. This is the first president I have ever seen while living do something to actually help the steel industry. He did it back in, I think, 2018. What was it? Yeah, I think it was like 2018. He tried to do something with the tariffs on the steel industry. They went ahead and created loopholes so that people didn't have to pay that. And then in 2025, he's shoring up that to where they're going to have to pay that 25% tariff. He's letting people know that, hey, if you got a tariff on the United States, we're going to put tariffs on you. It's what it is. It's automatic. If you want to remove the tariffs, then they can go to the negotiation table. You raise the tariffs, they get raised. It's automatic. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Trump, and one of the greatest things he's done is he's outlawed plastic straws. It's lit. I'm so tired of plastic straws. I'm sorry, not plastic. Paper straws. Sorry, I'm wilding. I'm 40. I'm forgetting stuff. So he's outlawed paper straws. I like that. We're going back to plastic straws in America. Get mad. I know y'all like the sharks. Oh, well, what about the sharks that eat people in the ocean? No, we need to worry about the sharks. I don't care about the sharks. If I'm drinking my soda, I don't want my soda to taste like paper. America is back. Plastic straws is back. You know what I'm saying? But come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Hit the notification bell. Jennifer, hit them DMs. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all